Hello Virgo, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Virgo for the month of July. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what's coming forward for you here in this brand new month of July 2025. Now, there is a lot going on here astrologically in this month of July. So first we have the big one, which is Uranus moving into Gemini. That's pretty big because Uranus does not move signs very often. Then I have a full moon in Capricorn, and finally we have the good old Mercury retrograde coming back in here in this month of July. No need to fear though, we have multiple retrogrades a year. We will all get through it. So, all right. Virgo, what a nice 9-card pool here that you have here for this month. So let me get everything set up, and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that's good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom. You have the Emperor. All right, so the Emperor is a really solid card of authority and leadership. Okay, some of you could be moving into a new role. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Some of you could be moving into a new role. This may be within your family unit. Okay, some of you could be doing that, whether this is the family you've built or the family you were born into. This is possible. This is the father of the tarot, so this could see you like kind of like being in charge of something generally, whatever your gender is, right? This is just the idea here is that maybe you are in charge of something here in this month. This is also an energy of success in the tarot, okay? So particularly success in career. So I like to see this, and it may also mean that you're really in this month, you're setting plans in motion, or you're putting plans in motion in some way. Okay, yeah, you're laying down plans and putting them in motion here in this month of July. So this is very good. I'm getting the word outcome. There's some level of an outcome that you've been waiting for that could be showing up here. It seems like a number of people are getting some outcomes. You're the last sign that I'm actually doing here for this set of readings. And yeah, it seems like a lot of people are getting that. Now, I'm also getting something about potentially an inheritance here for some of you, not everybody, but you have a really nice card of abundance here. Actually, 2 cards of abundance here. There's a longer range money timeline here that's showing up. Let me explain this. So in the middle, you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is, when I say longer range, this could be estates, family estates. This could be like you could, at the very highest vibration, like of the 10 of Pentacles, like empires or generational money, right? That someone has accumulated, right? These types of money show up with the 10 of Pentacles. Large sales, you know, like such as real estate or business acquisition, stuff like this can show up here. But it is a big card of like estates and inheritances and yeah, not everybody's going to be getting an inheritance, obviously, in this month, but it is showing up here with the Knight of Pentacles, Emperor, and the 10 of Pentacles. Now, on the other end, some of you may be rolling into a really nice opportunity of abundance in this month, okay? And it could feel like this is long due to you. Yeah, and I would really encourage you to take the approach towards the month of July with an abundant mindset, okay? I would approach the month of July with an abundance mindset is a better way of saying that, okay? Because there are going to be opportunities all over the place for you to maybe get some extra money or see some money come in. And I would say that this is, it's not like money that's falling from the sky, right? But it's money that is due to you in some way, whether it's spiritual or it's due to your hard work, right? There's money that is due to you in some way. And yeah, this looks really, really nice. So in the first column here, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. So the Hermit is the Virgo card. So here you are showing up in this middle column here. Now, when I say there's money that's due to you, here's the disclaimer. First, this is a general reading, okay? So like, don't go crazy on like a lottery ticket or anything. Like, don't buy a million lottery tickets. Don't go crazy in the casino or whatever. But what I will say is this is a really abundant energy that is showing up here. And because you are aspected here, this is strong for you, Virgo. Okay, so with the Hermit, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Judgment, this is potentially for some of you seeing the reward that comes through appropriate action in life. Okay, and we'll talk about that more as we get to the final column. But reward through appropriate action, that is, some of you have worked hard for something. Okay, there are some hard work signatures here, and you could be getting the appropriate due to you type of results that may be happening here in this month of July. And some of you may already know exactly what I'm talking about, and some of you it feels like it's long overdue here. Okay. Now, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is why this is another thing that I said, I think, when I was talking about the Ten of Pentacles, where there's like a lucky break or a lucky chance here. The Wheel of Fortune says that your fortunes, your fortunes could be turning. It could be turning towards in your favor. Okay, your fortunes could be turning here in a positive direction when you get the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is sort of like, in some way, the winds of change. Similar to the Death card, but it's more so like a lighthearted, lucky type of change. It's not a transformation, okay? And it says with the Wheel of Fortune, nothing is certain with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Instead, it indicates an opportunity or the realization that the opportunity exists. The reason it's not entirely certain is because the wheel keeps spinning. So if you don't hop on the wheel, it will continue going around. So what I'm saying here is there is a variable in life, which is luck, and we cannot control luck. And this variable, that is luck, may be showing up for you during this month of July. Hopefully you're on the same page with me, okay? Yeah, hopefully we're on the same page here. You have a lucky break potentially here showing up with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor. For some, this will be derived from rewards through appropriate action, and for some, this may be in another way, which is like an inheritance. You know, that may have like a spiritual element to it, which is like, okay, this is my karma to have this money, to inherit this money, or whatever the case may be, or this is my karma to sell this business that I've taken over for my mom or my dad years ago, whatever the case may be, right? Like something like this could be showing up here. You have the Six of Swords, which can indicate transition in life, and also rites of passages. It feels karmically aligned for you, whatever this is, okay? In the middle here, speaking of karma, you have the Justice card, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. You have a triad of karma here, okay? Six of Swords, Justice, and the Judgment card, okay? This was always going to be yours, and it's part of your soul DNA. Like, this is just something that was here. Like, this was written in the stars, so to speak. This was always going to be on the table for you here, Virgo, okay? Now, with the Justice card, it says that it's a card of actions, and it says that everybody gets the outcome they deserve based on, you know, either how they came into the world or, you know, the actions that they've taken in life. And the Justice card, it speaks to all of that for you. Now, it can also indicate balance in the tarot as well. Okay, so you may be kind of trying to balance something out. You may be busy this month, it feels like, with this Justice card, and you may kind of try to do what you can to create like work-life balance, or create separation or balance in your personal life and your work life in some way here in this month. You then have the Nine of Swords. Okay, the Nine of Swords, not really stressed about this. Really, the Nine of Swords just speaks to maybe fear and anxiety. It does speak to stress as well. The Nine of Swords may, in the lower row, may say that there's something sort of like disturbing your sleep patterns in some way. Some of you may have an overactive mind, okay? And it's from within. And so some of you are maybe wanting to look at that in this month of July, okay? For sure. Now, quick note, because I've been telling everybody this, and even though you didn't get a retrograde card, you're one of two signs. I think you and Taurus, the two earth signs, are the only signs that haven't gotten a retrograde card, but we're going to go ahead and clarify. But anyway, something I want to say, I've been saying it to everybody, which is like if you have a task that you really have to get done in July, it may be wise to get it done before the 18th of July. I'm just throwing this on your calendar for you. Okay, you can choose to do with that what you will. If you have to do it after the 18th, that's okay too. But it just might go more smoothly if you do it before the 18th. Okay, so just throwing that out there. In the final column, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Strength card here. So strong energies, right? So I said rewards derived from appropriate action. This is the Judgment energy with the Justice for sure. Okay, so everything that you've done up to this point coming to a sort of like a critical juncture or a critical mass here, that is the Judgment card. Okay, you're getting the results. And this will take you to the next stage, which is completion, which shows up in the next card, which is the World, right? You have to go through the Judgment to get to the World, right? So this is, it feels very, very deep, this reading, and it's connected to your abundance in some way. Okay, so I like this for you, but not just the Judgment energy here, also the Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, which is a hard work card. Okay, it can indicate progress, profit, and results as well. So it seems like a lot of people are getting results here. A lot of people are getting outcomes in this month. I know it's a little counterintuitive because we have a retrograde, but actually, I don't know. You know, maybe this seed was planted a while ago, and what I found is seeds we've planted in the past can come back in during retros, okay? So this is something that I want to throw out there to you as well, okay? And yeah, it feels like continuing to do what you're doing is going to take you on the right path here. Some readings, like sometimes readings may say, okay, it's time to like, when I do readings, sometimes I may say like, it's time to shift in a new direction or it's time to change something up. It feels like, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, what you're doing now is working, okay? And that's the message, I think, right now. The Strength card says, you know, you have the power and the willpower and the power and the fortitude to continue on with something here and to dive deep on something potentially, which I know you are very good at doing, Virgo. So why don't we go ahead, and I think this is what I have here for the opening message. Why don't we move into the clarifications, and let's take a look at the oracle cards for you. We'll pull some oracle cards, then we'll move into the tarot clarifications. Virgo, wow. This is Virgo's time, it seems like. If you're here, you're watching this, if this is your reading, nice. So, okay. Energy on the bottom, you have Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay, approach this month from a place of abundance, okay? You may have grew up with a family member that says like money doesn't grow on trees or something along those lines. That is a pattern that maybe some of you have experienced that you're bringing with you now, and you can let go of that pattern anytime that you want. You can work through that pattern. It won't always be easy, but this is something that I always get with this ancestral patterns. Excuse me, especially in a reading like this. Especially in a reading like this, okay? So there is something, I think, even money derived from like the family unit or the family you were born into here with that Elder card. This may be showing up for you. You have Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times, as well as Direction Guardian, choose your path. It feels like you're on the right path currently. Maybe some of you agree with that, maybe some of you don't, but like, yeah, it feels like the path you're on right now is pretty solid. But with the Wheel of Fortune, you do have to choose a path. You do have to choose to either get on the wheel or get off the wheel, get on the train of your destiny or get off the train of your destiny, or decide to stay in the station. That can come forward with the Wheel of Fortune. So that's something that maybe is coming in here with that Direction Guardian as well. You then have Spring, see your seeds grow, okay, and Summer, bask in joy and light. Okay, so this money timeline that I'm getting, this may have been a seed that's planted a long time ago, and it's now coming in during this June, July, August, September period of time, okay? You then have Traveler, move in a new direction. Okay, that's a bit counterintuitive to what I was saying here earlier, but you know what? This is why we clarify. So let's see if there's a directional shift here showing up in the tarot cards. We'll pull some tarot cards here. Now, Virgo, I do really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. Seems like they are. All right. Let's see here. You have the Lovers card. You have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. Definitely seeing something in the way that you're communicating with people, okay? Here, maybe undergoing some change, but this is positive here. Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Threes connect to other people. You have 2 threes here. Three of Pentacles may be like your colleague communication or the way that you work with colleagues or people in your business, whatever it may be. And the Six of Swords is a transition, right? So there may be a change in your communication style in some way that's showing up here in the month of July. This could certainly be on the table for some Virgos here. Also, if you notice like the mallet that they're holding, this is indicative of somebody who is a builder. This is indicative of somebody who is talented and skilled. And so I think that for some of you, this is about appropriate action and getting the appropriate rewards. You've spent time building something, okay? And yeah, this looks nice. You then have the Three of Wands here, which is all about growth and expansion. I think some of you are maybe contemplating. The Hermit, obviously in a Virgo reading, many times can refer to you, Virgo. But the Hermit also indicates self-study or self-mastery or doing some like building self-knowledge in some way. It refers to the self, right? And some of you may be really contemplating and thinking about how you want to grow and expand into something, as the Three of Wands represents growth and expansion. Yeah. Then of the Lovers, you have a choice here with the Wheel of Fortune. Fated, destined choice. What a combination with the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. Certainly it could represent your romantic situation, but this is really not a romance reading. So that could be the case for some people. But really the Lovers is about an important choice. And you have a choice with the Wheel of Fortune here. You have a destined, fated choice showing up for you pretty strongly in this reading. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Swords, and Queen of Swords. Long-term, long-range money here. Once again showing up with the Seven of Pentacles and the Justice card. You get to reap what you sow, you know, at this time. The Justice card says you have the blessing of choice, okay? You have the blessing of choice because you've put yourself here. And yeah, maybe it was manifested for you. Maybe it was just your karma generally to have this. But the Seven of Pentacles is a directional shift. So I was saying, like, let's look out for a directional shift potentially. But you have, it doesn't 100% indicate that you will change directions. It just says you have the choice. This person can let these pentacles grow longer or take them off the table. So you have the blessing of choice here on where you want to go, what you want to do. This may be showing up, but it feels like at the same time doing what you're doing is working. So maybe this is the kind of area of contemplation that you're kind of undergoing in this month, where it's like, okay, what I'm doing is working, but there's this other thing that I want to maybe investigate or look at. Maybe some of you are resonating with that as well. With the Ace of Swords, you know, this talks about victory and triumph in the tarot, and specifically around like a new beginning potentially that may be happening here for you. If you're concerned about this Ten of Pentacles, like particularly around a sale, an estate situation, like a inheritance, or like something connected to your money, I would say that you're pretty well aspected and protected here. You're in a pretty good position here with the Ace of Swords. Because that's like a, if there's something that's like a, if there's like a snag in the process, or if there's like a hiccup, the Ace of Swords will clear that, or will suggest that something will clear that. snag in the process, for sure. That will be cleared. The path will be cleared. So you're in a pretty good spot here. Queen of Swords with the Nine of Swords, it may mean that some of you are thinking about how to handle a situation. The Queen of Swords would handle it decisively, okay? You have the Eight of Pentacles, which is the higher form of the Three of Pentacles. You have the Emperor, again, nice, and the Queen of Pentacles, Virgo. Amazing energy here, okay? Absolutely amazing energy here. Whatever judgment, whatever result, whatever outcome or ruling comes your way, I have a feeling that you will take this in stride. You will handle this in an appropriate manner, for sure. And yeah, because of this Emperor card here, for sure. It is possible that some of you, this is a small portion of you, but some of you may be involved in a legal situation. Well aspected. Remember, I'm not a lawyer. I cannot give legal advice, but it's well aspected based on this reading, okay? And then the Queen of Pentacles, this is somebody who can give you really down-to-earth, solid advice on something. And also, it could be you. Yeah, this could also be you, right? You have you showing up a couple times here with the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Just powering through. If you need to power through something or you feel like you need to just go the distance with something, this is also looking good for you. You then have the Eight of Pentacles, major card of talent, skill, and abilities. Also, progress and promotions can show up here with the Eight of Pentacles. I like this for you. You then have the Knight of Pentacles again. Here it is, right? So it feels like results are on the way. This is due to you. You know, this feels due for you. Virgo. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the Kipper cards. Let's see what's in the Kipper energies here to close out this reading. All right. Okay, you have occupation. Okay, great. You have message of concern, main female, gift, despair, and community. Gift, yeah. I mean, does it need to be said anymore? Like, do I need to say it in different ways? It feels like the universe wants to give you something here. Let's clarify this despair. Maybe you're, yeah, wow, gift and unexpected income with occupation. It feels good for all areas here in the money aspect. Certainly it could be, yeah, it's just an unexpected blessing or something that some of you, this will be unexpected, and for some of you, this is due, okay? Like, this is the result of appropriate action, as I've said a number of times. The despair, I'm not really seeing what's going on there, other than connecting it to this Queen of Swords and the Nine of Swords. There may be, like, a communication situation here that you have to sort of, like, diligently handle with this main female or Queen of Swords energy here. Yeah, and some of you, you know, this could be all connected to the money timeline that I'm picking up on. Also with community, it feels like, you know, we have double threes, right? So like the way that your communication pattern and style may be changing here. I love what's going on. So I think I'm going to leave it here. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.